okay? To get everybody in the same page, because I know some of you here are not caught up to speed. As you know, for the last couple weeks, I've been trying to figure out who the real snitch is. And the conclusion all came to Leon Edwards, as you guys know. Now, none of you don't know what has transpired this week, so I will tell you. Number one, Leon was outside the echelon, ready to die. He knocked on the door, I let him in, we had a meeting. I tried to ask him his motivation. He came clean on giving a real file to the news. He also said he gave it to somebody else and he did not name who. Again, I asked him what the fuck was his motivation and he never gave me an answer. So, as the talk went on, this cocky son of a fucking bitch decided to help himself to a drink. Over here. He then forced me to shoot him. Leon pulled up his gun and told me to pull mine and said if he doesn't shoot, then he will. So, Brandon and Ray were standing, Leon went there, and I shot that motherfucker down. Now that was not the original fucking plan, that's not how we do things, I believe everybody understands that. He forced my fucking hand. So, I called the assets that was available to carry his body, try and give him medical attention. Before that I checked his pockets. There was a note that says a password. Frank, what's the password? I forgot already.
It says 1 Parliament 1. I'm not sure what it's to or what it's for, but that's what's on the note.
Now, the next day, actually scratched out, I believe it was the following day, I called Frank Skinner down here for a meeting. The same man who fucking lied. The same man who decided to protect Leon. Well, he gave up the real file. On your phones, you're gonna be shared what was given to Frank Skinner.
Frank Skinner.
Now you see, this file isn't the actual file apparently that was received, as that blew up. So this is a file that Frank Skinner made containing information that Leon gave him. Does everybody see that on their phone?
Yeah.
Have a look. Else. It mentions everybody in this fucking room. It mentions the suppliers. It mentions everything in terms of the weapon trade that we deal in.
This shit don't mention us.
So, some of us did some actual
Let's run the other
investigations.
side, hold on.
Some of us sat there and did jack shit.
It might be on the other side, hold on.
Some of us believed what cops had to say.
Let me check the other side. I think there's 2 pictures. There's 2 pictures. Hold on. There's 2 pictures.
I have Frank on standby. I told him there may be a meeting that I want him in. I can call Frank Skinner here now if you have any questions regarding what Leon actually gave him, when, this, that, or whatever you have. Is that something you guys would want to do? That is your call.
Bro. Nah. What? Yo. Where they get this pic on me?
Yeah, I'd like to have a talk with him. I don't think it can hurt.
Just to clarify, this is what Leon gave?
Hey, from
Oh, damn.
Leon came clean.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie, Ray, your picture that's not flattering at all.
Really? This is what Leon gave. Really?
Leon came clean and I don't understand why he came here to die. I mean, here's the thing, Leon knew the plan I had in motion. Everybody surrounds New Babylon. We get the snitch out of there, we execute him. I believe him doing this was to in a way protect New Babylon. You all know how their die-hard loyalty is to certain individuals. Anyway, I'll call Frank in. If you have any further questions, you can ask him. Jesus Christ, these phones are dodgy.
Yep.
Mr. Skinner.
No, it does say no. It says mags. It does say magazines there. It does say mags. But chat, we don't know if he's being truthful. He could, like, bro. How do we? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Gotta be quick. 5 minutes, Frank Skinner is going to arrive, and if you have any questions regarding that fucking file, by all means go ahead. But now, what I want to know from the suppliers is what is next. Leon. Well, his blood was already spilled, unfortunately. So, the question is, what is next? What is that you want to do? Because again, this directly affects you guys. Frank Skinner has all this information. Frank Skinner admitted that he's doing his own investigation. But Frank Skinner is a fucking cop. I could not care less. So again, carry on, William.
So we don't know like who else might have that file at the moment.
Well, obviously Brian Knight. God knows who else.
Okay. Great. Right?
Can we assume that everyone on this list is probably have a martial warrant?
Probably.
I wouldn't say it's enough proof to get you a martial warrant.
Investigating, bro.
Yeah, they'll be watching you when they see your plate. They'll follow you and shit.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I did get pulled over by Brian Knight yesterday. It's
Oh.
the first time I seen him since he tasted the cold hard steel of the blade. But Charlie, this man is still so confused. He looked at me and he said, were you forced to do that under duress? Because I'm still confused.
That's good.
And
See
then
what I mean? This whole plan has just worked so well. It shows the true colors of assets within this organization, who is only here to take. It showed the true people within this organization who truly understands what the fuck is happening. Not only did it do that, it showed and unraveled a actual rat. Not only did it do that, it deceived the entire fucking city. I actually read the news, Brian Knight, these Marshall files. That's one thing I don't understand. Where the fuck are these files? Why is he taking so long if he has all this damning evidence? Fucking show it. Does
I think it's just a tactic.
Does anybody here think Brian Knight could release these files? It's been 2 weeks that he stated this.
The public at this point, like he might be, taking it really personal, getting stabbed by.
Well, this is what he said to me. He said, "Did you do it under duress? Were you forced to do it? Did they make you do it or something like that?" And then I replied in a whisper. I said, "Yes, and I'm so scared." And then he replied with, "Good. I hope you fucking die." And then he drove off.
How many Frank is around the corner? 1 moment.
He didn't try to arrest you for that, Brandon?
No, I didn't try to arrest me. He was by himself, so maybe that's why.
I
Probably
see.
stacking up more charges after you did that shit.
Well, that too, probably.
Well, everyone. Very unfortunate what Leon leaked.
This fucking file is in depth, my boy.
Yeah.
I think it's good marketing. I'll get more customers, maybe.
I'm just still surprised fucking Ray's on that. Considering we haven't even told our own people that we were the ones that, manufacture the fucking ammo.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I mean,
wait a
That's
second.
what about to ask, actually.
they
That's what I'm about to
probably-
actually ask. Is how many of you are very public with what you did? But there was some information in there about what you just said it best. You haven't even told your own crew.
Hold on a
Interesting.
minute.
Where the fuck is this from?
That's a little bit suspicious.
Yeah, one thing I want to ask him is,
That's a little bit.
because he said this is information based on what Leon gave him. Was this all of the information he gave him? Like,
Yeah, you
was
seen
he
the
the
way-
one who told him that Max Angel's an asset. That you're
Charlie
an asset,
overheard
you're
that
selling
and instantly
ammunition. Was he the
came
one
in
who
to
said
like
it?
put a
Or did
defense
he
up. You
figure
guys
out
seen
from
that?
somebody else?
You guys seen that, right? He heard that.
I
He
just-
instantly
I
came in
heard
for
that.
put up a defense.
Thing, yeah.
I'm not exactly
it is,
discreet with what I do, but I'm not exactly public either. But
Yeah.
It is pretty interesting. For those who probably don't know, Dante left town today, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard that too.
Wait, Dante left town?
Yeah, I got a phone call from one of it, Sophie, I think she's called. Let me know that Dante's dipped.
What do you mean dipped?
Did he dip or dip to Babylon is what I want to know.
No, apparently she was checking if we had orders and shit, and basically said that Dante's like up and left, basically.
Okay.
And
I mean, she said left town, so I'm guessing not New Babylon.
Yeah.
She doesn't know anything. Be back around.
okay. She did text me and wanted me to talk to her earlier, so I guess we could I could talk to her and see if I can get anything more.
Mr. Frank Skinner. The man. Everybody shuffle if you can, please.
sure.
Frank, why don't you come to the tip of the table?
Okay.
So, everybody here knows the conversation that we had, the file that you gave, Leon giving you that. I believe some people here want some questions to be answered. So if you have any questions, go a fucking head.
Hi.
So I got a question to start it off. With this information that we received, this Obsidian document, was that all of the information from Leon, or did you have your own information as well?
I had my own information as well.
What information did you add that he did not have?
It's a good question. No, honestly, not much. At least not with you lot.
Let's get more specific, Frank. Answer the question, motherfucker. Don't beat around the bush. What information did you have that he didn't?
More about his document didn't really say anything about like Nest or anything, you know.
Yeah, let's keep the
Okay.
topic more on the weapon supplies, shall we? Andre? Never mind.
No, go on.
I knew all the names that were on there. I didn't know the specifics.
You knew
of
all the
what you
names?
do, you know. Yeah, I knew all the names that were on there.
Every single name on there.
Yeah, there was no surprises to me.
Not a single surprise, not one.
No.
When did they give you the file?
I don't remember exact dates. It would have been the week before edition 15.
Okay, so you don't know exact dates, but you know exact dates. Okay, when did this U15 come out?
I don't have it on me.
You know when your
If
newspaper comes out.
you had to
like-
estimate, how long ago?
7th of November.
Just how many weeks back is it?
3 weeks.
Yeah, that's all.
Edition 15 is 7th of November, so beginning of November in that case.
Yeah, would have been around that week, yeah.
I don't mean to interfere, Frank. I'm actually surprised you don't know the dates of your own editions. Mr. City Chronicle Frank Skinner.
You so much news, Mr. Charlie, it all becomes a bit of a blur, you know?
Fucking newspaper nerd.
Okay, sorry, Mr. Tyson.
Andre. Andre, come in. If you don't act carefully, I will fucking make you walk out of here. You fucking...
Okay. You're divine.
Frank, you seem a little nervous.
Yeah.
Just go back.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. Yeah, are you surprised?
I'm trying to get information.
Well, depends. What do you think will happen next?
It's intimidating, you know? That's all.
We'll carry on then. Regarding the dates, I believe Aubrey has some specific dates, or someone asked when he got the file. When was it? During that week?
Yeah, it would have been from the if the paper came out on the 7th, it would have been the from the beginning of November up until the 7th that week.
probably a few days before the paper released.
How did this all come about? Did he just randomly walk up to you and say, "Hey, I have information on these motherfuckers," or how did this even come about?
Good question. Good question.
I've known Leon for a long time from back when I worked in Frank's. My presumption is he's been keeping up with the newspaper and thought I might use the information. We didn't really talk too much when he gave me it.
He just walked up and handed you an in-depth dossier like that.
We met under the bridge near Vanilla Unicorn and yeah, went on his tablet, told me he had something for me, and yeah, sent me the file.
So hold on. You looked at the file and you said that none of the names in there were a surprise. How did you already know about the names?
Respectfully, for the most part, a lot of it's not rocket science. Seems most of the gang leaders in the city are involved, and then for the other names, it's whenever the Faceless are operating, we keep an eye on patterns of people who get arrested over multiple different occasions. That's how I learned the names.
Which names? Which names did you learn that way?
I'd say the question again. Sorry, Mr. Forehead.
Which names did you learn that way?
William being one. I already knew the name because history, but it's one way we confirmed branded. Andre Tyson being one as well. Misha another one.
Does Nora or the rest of your news crew have like copies of this?
No, the original file, it genuinely, like, I don't really understand how he did it, but it just kind of vanished a couple of hours later.
I have a question. How did my name end up on it?
Like I said, your name's it's not really one that was ever confirmed, Mr. Romanov, but it was given your status within your organisation.
I see.
It was one that we guessed.
So you're saying you got it from arrest? What about the people that don't get arrested?
I said, Mr. Forehead, leader of the besties, Fred, People versus Edgar Del Castillo, branded People versus Edgar Del Castillo, DJ Cooper, Steve got you through arrests, Sparky Kane through his status, Andre, leader of the Ballers, and your arrests. Benji Ramos, same for Hades. Yeah.
So, Frank, I have a question.
Okay.
In this document, the file that Leon gave, what did it specifically say?
It had pictures of most of the people with a couple of extras who were in this room. One being a Maximilian Angel. And then it had details about what each person that you saw on that document I sent you, Charlie. Any details about what they distribute? Those were details that came from Leon. I didn't know any of that.
Repeat that one more time.
Any details about what people distribute? That came from Leon. I didn't know any of that at all.
Let me get it straight. He told you, like, anything that you have on this document that we've seen, this Obsidian document.
Anything that's
everything that is this person does this came from Leon.
Yeah.
So what we're seeing is not actually the document.
Speak up a little bit.
Speak louder.
So my understanding is that the document that we've all seen is not actually the document that Leon provided, but your copy of it, so to say.
That was like my original investigation, and then I added the details from Leon's documents into that. Yes.
So in this document that we've seen, the information there is not only from Leon, but also yourself. So you just use Leon's information to build up your own investigation. Who has seen your investigation? Every single person that's seen your document your investigation? Name them.
Will be, well, I guess now everyone in here by the sounds of it, and the other person that's had ours in it will be Nora.
You didn't speak about this with anybody else? Only with Nora?
No.
Yeah, I
Just,
didn't really. You went like around my question of, who else might have this file, because you said the original file is gone, but your file that you created. Does Nora has access to that? Does she have a copy of that? Does anyone else from your crew have that?
Nobody else has a copy, but Nora has seen it.
You didn't ever give this to any other members of Echo?
No.
The original file, you know anybody else who's seen it?
Honestly, other than me and Nora, no.
So,
from what I understand, from what Charlie said to me, I believe Brian has been saying some things. I've never spoken to Brian about this ever.
Yeah, but I'm asking you if you know, not what Charlie knows, because you and Leon seem rather chummy, like you guys, sit and put a whole dossier together. So figured he would tell you who else he showed it to.
No, he never told me anyone else. Honestly, when he gave me the documents, I mean, he never really spoke much. He didn't really want to answer questions about it, although I asked.
Just
What
so I
question did you
understand,
ask?
1 second. Just so I understand, Leon met you one day, gave you a fucking file that says, for example, Sparky sells Beagles, Aubrey sells this, Andre sells that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I met with him maybe, if I hazard a guess, maybe like a week later. I wanted to see if I could ask him some questions about it, try and understand some details a bit more. He only really repeated what was on the documents. He told me his exact words at the time were that he was trying to stay out of it, but it seems to keep dragging him back in. Didn't really understand.
That's a real good way to stay out of it. Make a whole fucking dossier and give the news to the dossier. That's a great way to stay out of it. Leon's just such a smart guy. He's so smart. He's so smart.
I just don't understand the motivation. I really just don't understand the motivation. That's what I cannot wrap my fucking hand and head around. Because he came here and dropped everything. But he denied to tell me the motivation, and he denied to tell me who else he gave that file to. What is the motivation to snitch? Again, let me make something very clear. This file doesn't talk about Nest. This file doesn't talk about the Faceless future, the bombs, the human labs. This directly snitches on gangs.
I have something to back that. Frank said this file that you've shown us, Charlie, isn't the file that Leon gave him. Frank made this with the information Leon gave him. This isn't the file. Yeah.
I know that. The file apparently, could you explain in further detail what happened to that file? One day it was there, one day it was blew up. You explained that.
Yeah, it was the same day it vanished. Probably about 2 hours later. It might have vanished
Frank,
earlier. I just checked it a couple of hours later.
Let me ask you then, so nobody even knew, nobody talked with you about you possessing your own file until now, and nobody even talked about any investigation with you?
No.
Okay. So let me ask one more question. So you had previous investigation that you kind of enhanced with the information from Leon, right?
Yeah.
So you are trying to tell me that Leon came to you, gave you his own file with all the information, and you just nodded along and didn't ask follow-up questions when you were already investigating?
But that's not true. I've just told you I asked questions, but he did not want to go into details about it.
No, you said you asked questions week later, not immediately after.
I wanted to know more details, but he wouldn't give them to me.
Okay, and the fake file, whose idea that was?
It was Leon's.
Based off of what? What's the motivation behind the fake file? Why?
He called me probably about an hour before I had that meeting with you, Charlie. Here.
Sorry, let me just... Oh, I'm sorry. What is the motivation behind the fake file, Andre? Why do you think Leon sent him a fake file?
I know. I want to hear it from him.
Sorry, my bad, Andre. My bad, you know what? You are correct. Carry on, Frank.
Okay. Yeah, he called me about an hour
Fucking
before.
jet ski, bitch.
Fuck you.
Oh, he's fighting back.
Um,
That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see.
said he'd given that fake file to somebody that is also, we believe, working with the Faceless, and to go with the fake file being my that was the file that was originally sent. I guess to throw you all off was the idea.
So let me get this straight. He called you an hour before you were to meet. Did you tell him about the meet, or did he randomly out of the blue just call you and say, "Here's a fake file. I gave it to somebody, by the way. They're like, what you're meeting in an hour."
Genuinely, he called me out of the blue. I didn't tell him about the meeting, although I had spoken to him probably a day before, outside, not far away from
The
What
day
meeting was
before,
this?
the day before, did you tell him about the meeting or no?
No,
What meeting was
Okay.
this? The one with me or the one with the boss, the dinner?
the one with you, Charlie. It was about an hour before that. That's when he told me he gave the file to her, the fake file to Cuddles. That's how I knew her name, Charlie.
To Cuddles.
He called you an hour before you were going to a meeting that he had no idea about was something that would be very important for the meeting that you were going to.
Yeah, as far as I know, he.
The
No,
day
I know
before
I
you
never
flew-
told him about the meeting.
And day before, after your dinner, you informed him that his name was revealed.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. In all honesty,
And-
I think I texted him probably about an hour after the meeting.
I have a question, actually. On your phone, that day when Andre decided to dress up like me and sound like me, like a fucking idiot. That day,
Yeah.
there was a text in your phone with some file bullshit by Leon. Was that the fake file?
It was, yeah.
Unless I'm mistaken, though. On that day, it said 6 days ago. 6 days ago would have been the meeting with the boss and the dinner, unless I'm mistaken.
I don't believe it was I don't believe I got it the day of the meeting with the boss. I do believe I got it the day of I met with you, Charlie.
Interesting. Okay.
I have a question because the timelines aren't crazy adding up from what you're saying from our standpoint. So you get this file from Leon, you start adding to the file that we have now. At what point was Steve added to that from you?
Steve, believe he always wears the Irish mask, right?
Correct.
We saw him. I can't remember the exact situation. Shooting on top of a New Epsilon with Mr. Sneaky.
And that's the point you added Steve to
my investigation, yeah. And you
it
were
wasn't from Leon's file?
No, the only member of the manor that was on Leon's file was Sparky Kane.
So Leon's file had less names on than yours, right?
Yeah.
So did you show Leon yours?
No.
What were the names on his file again?
The names on his file?
Yeah.
I'd have to check those pictures I sent you, Charlie, but it was everyone that had everyone on his file had some sort of thing they either did for the Faceless or distributed. The only person I can think of that's not here right now would be Maximilian Angel.
What does Max distribute?
He said
What does Max distribute? Let's see.
It didn't say anything about his distribution. It said you like to have meetings at the Liquid Library.
That's very interesting. Meetings at the Liquid Library.
Yeah, that's exactly what it said, yeah.
Interesting. Leon Edwards. Okay.
Yeah.
This document that we all now see, this yours. You said that you've enhanced it with Leon's information. How long you been working on this file, Frank?
About 4 months, maybe closer to 5 months now.
Okay. Why?
It, pretty much started as soon as we started writing the newspaper. Information started coming our way, and honestly, Mr. Tyson, there's so much information. It's difficult to keep up with it.
Have you never thought, like, hey, maybe this is a really bad idea. I shouldn't do that. I don't want to die.
Well, from what I was hearing, Mr. William, the honest truth is, I quite like living in this city, and I was hearing things about an organisation that was seeking to destroy it. So I wanted to look into it. That's the honest
Oh
truth.
no, he bitching motherfuckers out.
And just one
said,
one
"Fuck the
more from
Faceless."
me is still, why the fuck am I supposed to believe that you ain't giving this to the police? Why would you not give it to the police? Explain that to me.
I don't. My time in this city's been very strange, Mr. Tyson. I really don't know which police officers I can trust. That's why even Mr. Brian Knight, in the last edition of the newspaper, we didn't just write Charlie's side of the story. We didn't just write Brian's side. We wrote both, so people can make their own minds up.
No, that's a good guy. He's a good man. Let me tell you, the files that he boasted about in your article, where the fuck are they? What's it standing evidence that Brandon is a snitch? Where is it? Tell me.
I asked him how
Or
long it
that
was.
man all talk. What that fucking man is.
I did ask him how long it's going to take before they're released. He said about 2 weeks. I asked him probably about 4 or 5 days ago.
I cannot wait for those files, let me tell you. So, just so I understand, you had your own little investigation.
Yeah.
But Leon gave you a file pinpointing suppliers and their names. Is that what you're trying to say here?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
And you had no idea prior who sells what, who sells this?
No idea at all. It's not an easy thing for someone like me to find out, frankly.
Did you ever ask him why?
Why he was doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I did.
And he just stonewalled you.
He explained to me that all he said was it goes back a while, that he didn't go into specifics. He just kept saying he's been trying his best to get away from it, but it just keeps coming towards him, like pulling him back.
See, it's hard to believe when he shows up to the fucking echelon out of the blue.
That was because of I'm pretty certain he turned up here because of a conversation we'd had, and I told him I coughed to the blue men and gave his name up. He knew I was on the run from the gangs. I think in his own weird way, he was trying to save me from that.
Maybe that makes sense for him to show up to get shot, but it doesn't make sense for him to release the whole dossier to you. There's still some underlying motivation that we're not getting the answer to.
I don't disagree with you, Brendan. The honest answer is I don't know that motivation.
You knew him in Cyprus. Who was he close to in Cyprus? The leaders that are now in Babylon. Who's he closest to?
I only really knew him around Frank's. The people I knew he was close to that are still in Babylon would be Sophia. He's very close with. I guess Mr. Larry, Mr. Harry, Mr. Lang. Maybe Mr. I think people overstate how much understanding I had of Cyprus. I genuinely just worked at Frank's, and I spent a lot of time with them at Frank's, but I never really spent time with them outside of there.
You would say people are overstating your position there or whatever, but look where you're in the middle of everything that involves them. So easy to cast their shadow.
Oh, I do understand that.
You know if he was close with Speedy?
I would not be surprised. Mr. Speedy was never somebody that was around Frank's an awful lot, in all honesty, Fred. It was always Mr. Lang and Mr. Harry were the managers for a while. Speedy never really had too much involvement with it. I do think he was probably close to Luciano as well. Given me and Luciano were his emergency contacts when he was in the ICU.
Man, dude stinks. His cologne stinks.
Super, quick question. Just a reminder. When did Brian Knight go to Denzel and say to Denzel that he knows about the suppliers? That was the week before the article, correct?
Yeah, it was the last couple of days of October, yeah. Like the 30th of October, around that date.
That lines up with around the time that, Frank, you're saying that he gave you his dossier.
Yeah, it would.
Leon did.
It definitely would have been that week that he gave me it.
But DJ wasn't on his. And
No.
Brian told DJ that. So why would Brian know to speak to DJ if it wasn't yours that he had hold of?
That also isn't the only thing from this file. Charlie, you know that Leon contacted Steve on that date, right? That same date, the 30th of October for guns. The fact that Steve wasn't in Leon's file is a bit weird because Leon was definitely aware of what Steve did and sold.
Fucking, he would never really. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how anyone here does fucking business. No, I have no idea how you guys do it. But correct me if I'm wrong. Have you been hands-on in your operation? Like, do you go and meet clientele and say, "Hello, I sell deals"?
You say me or DJ?
You, Sparky.
No, I don't make sales on the ground, no.
But is it public knowledge that you are a supplier of deals?
The group, yeah, but me specifically, no. It wouldn't be hard to put two and two together.
Yeah, I mean, you are the head of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
interesting.
DJ, I got your name the same way I got Steve's for an arrest.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like how you got mine and Steve's name, it just doesn't make sense that Steve wasn't in Leon's file. Because a week before you supposedly got this file, Leon called Steve asking for, like product.
How exactly in Leon's file? How exactly was it written? Was it written? Andre Tyson sells this, or was it written? Kilo Trey Ballers, Andre Tyson sells this.
Have you seen the fake file?
No.
Okay, so it was very similar in layout to that. There would be like a photograph of the person, and then it would have like of Misha, for example, and then it would have ammunition. For some people, there was more detail, like maybe like I don't know, a sentence, for example.
So it'd be the individual person, not like group.
Yeah, no, it had nothing about like didn't say Andre Tyson Ballers. It was more about the individual.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, it would make sense for it to just be Sparky then, I guess.
I was gonna ask him a stupid question.
Well,
I go do it. I go do
would
it.
it though? Because if Sparky isn't public with that he sells deals, sure, the matter does, but I mean, I guess you could assume he's a gang leader, so I guess he puts his name there.
Well, yeah, I think that's what I mean. I think they haven't put the names of the gangs there, but they put the individual leaders of each gang to kind of like insinuate that it's the gang, like Sparky is the manor, right? Like that's how a leader works, So like he doesn't need to put Steve or me because he's put the manor by putting Sparky there, and he's put KTB by putting Andre there, and he's put Ravens by putting Misha. He doesn't have to put the name there as long as the leaders there. That's enough,
Yeah, it was me that added the gang names to my file just to help me keep somewhat organised with it.
Any further questions, Aubrey, Ray, Perez?
Yeah, I got a question. How'd you get that picture of me?
Good question. It is a tough picture.
That's a great question.
Very famous.
Yeah, how
man,
did
Mr.
you,
Forehead.
Frank, actually? How did you get his picture, actually?
Oh, or my picture.
Yeah, how'd you get that? Yeah,
right?
what-
Where did you get
my
that?
picture,
huh?
dog?
That's a pretty good photo.
How do you get my picture,
Frank?
Frank?
Yeah, it was a very private photo.
Very good photo shoot,
Terribly
bro.
AI-generated mana logo.
Shit does look tough.
I'm just going to say nobody was ever meant to see it.
Okay, understood.
Okay.
For your eyes only. All right, understood.
After Leon's file disappeared, I thought the only real way to save my life was to show it to Charlie, to be honest.
I
You
do
took
have
a
a
picture
question.
of the original file, did you?
No, I didn't.
Mm.
Genuinely, I
Okay.
would have taken a picture of the original file. I'm not joking when I say it was within like 2 hours later. I went to do that and it was gone.
I got another question for you.
Okay.
Seems like you do a lot of investigating and like to dive deep into things, whether you have help from Leon or not. I mean, you had your own thing cooking up when it comes to this shit, no?
Yeah.
You gonna keep pursuing this?
Yeah. Keep pursuing the truth, yeah.
Okay, what is like going to be like the next chapter of Frank Skinner's life? Like, are you gonna try to fuck all of us over still, or what's gonna be that? Because you know what will happen then, right?
No, I'm Charlie and the Blue Man said no names or locations. I understand it.
I mean, to give him credit, he could have fucked us over as soon as he got the
true.
file, but he didn't.
Give you credit for that, but I still just do not understand. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, oh, you don't maybe trust certain cops, right? Or whatever. You don't know who the fuck to give it to. Well,
Yeah.
why the fuck would you not? It don't make sense. Like, what is the purpose? Why are you continuing to do this? Are you just like an information whore, or like what the fuck up with that? Like, you keeping it for personal use, or like what's the plan?
You know, it
Big ego there.
started
Frank.
with Echo. It was more about gathering the information, and then we hadn't really talked about what to do with it yet.
Andre, come over here.
I had a question for you, Frank. On your document on the right side, it shows Clark Mason, Speedy, Luciano. Was that you're adding, or did he have them on his own file as well?
That was just from information I knew. That was me.
Okay.
Anyone that's basically not Maximilian Angel or I guess one of the figureheads of a gang. They're people from my own investigation.
I have a question. Was it only you and Nora that were investigating this whole thing, or anybody else working with you on that? Or if you were even sharing with anybody that you investigated?
People who were the main person who was in Echo, but in all honesty, I mean, when I say this file, it was just really me and Nora.
So lately, only you and Nora?
If I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Misha, it was part of the reason I wanted to bring Dante on board is maybe he would help me get information like that, but he never did. I never got to the point where I felt comfortable asking him because of how dangerous it is.
Speaking of Dante, what you know about him skipping out of town, huh?
That's the information I have is that he went full on faceless asset on me. So I've
I
heard
said that again. Would have been Dante skipping down.
It's what somebody said here, no? Didn't you guys say
Yeah.
Dante ran away?
Nope.
I got a phone call today from one of the merchants asking if we had any orders and stuff in. or if they had any orders in with us, and I basically said no, and she basically said Dante's left town, don't know when he's going to be back, pretty much.
Interesting. So the snitches get consequences and they run wild. Interesting. Okay. Any more questions for Frank or should we wrap this Frank Fiasco up?
I think I'm good. Frank, I understand you would like to do this news shit. You actually do a really, really, really good job at it, to be fair. Be careful what the fuck you do, though. You're gonna get yourself hurt.
Okay.
If you ask you a direct question, you personally, Frank,
Yeah.
he paints you a picture. A cop goes to a gang member saying he knows all the suppliers. You get given a file of all the suppliers by a man called Leon.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit here and tell me Leon didn't give that file to that cop.
All I can tell you is what he told me. He said,
Well, that's all I'm asking you. I'm giving you a picture. What would you say?
I completely understand how it looks. All I can go off really is what Leon said was that he was really banking on those files coming out from Brian. In his exact words to me, he said it will prove that he hasn't spoken to Brian in over a year. But I can't say with the 100% certainty. It's not like.
Well, that's why I don't understand, because a real CI. Why the fuck would the cops leak a real CI? How does that make any sense? That would just make other CIs in the future not want to go to the cops. Of course, the files are not going to say, yes, we got this information from X, Y, fucking Z. That would make no sense. Correct me if I'm wrong, boys. Am I wrong? I mean, what the fuck, Sparky?
Oh. Sorry, I was just eating a sandwich.
Interesting. Anyway, any more questions for Frank, or can I escort him out? Alright, Frank, let's go.
Okay.
Leon Edwards.
I'm sick.
This is a good second.
I'm not gonna lie, I got some shit to say after
The
this meeting.
celebrations.
I don't want to say at the meeting, but
Oh,
The
damn,
fuck?
alright.
Where'd you all get the
I
party
don't want to
favors?
say at the meeting, but we're gonna.
I'm away. I'm going to Mexico tonight. I'm doing this all night.
Oh, then I need a bump.
Like, that's
please, come on. I
diabolical.
need
What just
something
happened
to
here is
fuck.
diabolical. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, maybe later.
Push your pussy. Bro, I'm not gonna say. Bro, we have. Bro, hello? We're not trying not to get burned. I'm not gonna say at the meeting.
You want a bump? Sure.
Please. Thank you.
Don't drop that shit. It's expensive. Ooh, that felt good.
Well, now we know. I'm happy people don't believe the words coming out of cops' mouths. That would make no sense. Well, Ray, you bring up a good point. Rather than me ask you a question, is this your house or?
One sec, Charlie.
I got no respect for Charlie, bro. If I'm Charlie, I'm bitching him
What's
out.
going
I ain't
on?
gonna lie. Oh, nah, he turned around. Nah, Charlie looked like a clown. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna.
Josh!
Oh,
Charlie's got it though. He got it off you. Don't worry.
You know, a part of me actually wish you were the real.
You were saying Charlie had a good point. What?
A part of me actually makes me wish you were the real snitch, you fucking idiots. Anyway. So, Leon Edwards, the man who gave the file of weapon suppliers. Well, no idea why. I don't know when we're gonna find that information out. I believe Leon had some long internal bleeding. So, he might be in ICU for some time. The question is, what are the suppliers going to do next? I mean, there's no point going off the front. Leon's, well, he's in
Listen,
ICU.
no point going after Frank.
Now you have your fucking answers.
Shit.
What is next?
Is there no point going after Frank? I'm
Here
not
we
gonna
go.
lie, it's-
Finally,
the guy
someone that
made a
realized it.
document in the same
Finally,
fashion
someone that
as you,
realized
which is
it.
bad in my eyes. I
Well,
don't give a fuck if he's
I'll leave that
newspaper
all up
guy
to
or
you
what,
guys.
like.
I'll leave that all up to you. Again, this is directly snitching and information on you guys. So, not telling you no. Again,
I
that's
feel that
something on your own doing.
I feel that Frank was lying.
I definitely think he's withholding info.
Because when we had that Jessica or Jennifer or whatever, the third person when me and Andre was trying to snatch Frank, we had her phone and she was talking with Nora about Brandon like a week ago. That Brandon is twatted out or something, all caps message about that. So at the same time, he's saying that he didn't share or didn't investigate this with anybody else besides Nora, right? So why somebody that's working for them would keep tabs on our dear Brandon who's laying on the ground here?
Hey,
Is he
I mean,
conscious?
not to be disrespectful, but of course he's fucking lying. His life is at stake, right? Motherfucker snitched on a bunch of fucking gang leaders, let alone an organization like this. Thought that was clear.
Yeah. Plus, remember Forehead when with Andre and Ming, we went to try and find Frank, then Brian nearly immediately knew that something's up.
That is true.
I mean, he definitely tells Brian shit, whether he says he doesn't
Yeah,
trust him or
that's
not.
Yeah, that's yes.
Because there was
Brian
that,
immediately knew. As a matter of fact, I kind of led Brian on to thinking that we were after Leon. And Brian alluded to the fact that he thought that he was pretty sure that we were after Frank.
and that was after.
Well, why didn't you say that while Frank was here, man?
That was after Charlie met with Frank, and Frank gave him the fake file.
I just don't understand it. Again, let's talk about that for 1 second. So a random meeting where I was going to discuss about the file just so happens Leon Edwards gives Frank a fake file to give me. Does anybody tell me what that's about?
Like an hour before with no knowledge of the meeting or anything?
Yeah, somebody's withholding information there.
But then again, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Frank, after everything that he's been through, I don't think he's enough walking here and lied to me once again. I think he's the only person that truly understands. His life means more. So, who the fucking knows though? Really can't trust anybody. I mean, we have a gang leader, ex-gang leader of Cyprus snitching on every gang. For what exactly?
To be fair, like sometimes people are doing irrational things. Like, did you expect fucking Leon to try to shoot you or get himself shot in here?
Never had a man beg me to shoot them unless, well, they've been tortured for months.
Still want to know the motivation behind it all.
Well, now we know. Brian Knight thinks he can play fucking games. I wish he would release those fucking files. I'm interested. Because in the news article it said Brandon Valentino led us to arrests. Correct me if I'm wrong, the only arrest there was Silas, which was fucking Brown. I love a man who thinks they know it all. I really did.
Unless he's talking about William after I got stabbed or whatever. He's
I
could be
do have
talking
one
about that
thing
too.
though. Ray, you mentioned that no one even in your gang knows you supplied what you supply, correct?
They know that we are connects for shit, but they don't know any. What do you call it?
Okay, well, let me ask every other guy in this room. Do people know to go to Ray's gang to get things?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there we go. So you're not really discreet, are you, there, Ray?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like production shit like that, I guess it's easy to connect if you're someone in this room. Yeah, but then again, I only let certain people know.
You also never know who you've told hasn't just told someone, you know?
That's also true. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's not like I was doing the.
Actually, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Because we have some people, assets within the hospital. You have a member of your, I believe she is a member of your crew, Remedy. Correct me if I'm wrong.
She is, yes. She's in my gang.
You know the relationship between her and Leon?
Yes, she's Leon's daughter.
Huh?
Yeah.
Hold on a second there.
I mentioned this at the last meeting with you, Charlie. Do you remember?
So
I do.
how would Leon know that you sell shit? It is a mystery.
Right.
Anyway, I don't know what you guys have in mind to do next. I'm leaving it up to you. You can do whatever you need, whatever you please. But, again, the whole plan was to have Leon get grabbed from New Babylon. Unfortunately, well, that man's an ICU for the foreseeable future. Unless he recovers. So, this now is my next point. Very clear that even people like Frank know exactly where everybody sells, so it's not confirmed, it might not even happen, but the plan I stated that the boss wants to do might be in effect soon. We're just waiting on the investors and see what they want. But I do a massive shuffle. Now would it change anything? Really, not really, but at least it will throw something off course, before another gang leader decides to make another file and expose who sells what. Well, if no further questions, I guess this meeting is fucking completed. After 2 months of investigations, some assets did investigations, some assets did absolutely fucking nothing. At least we got to the bottom of it.
Charlie, me and SK need a word after the meeting, but yeah.
Hey, fun. Alright, well, I guess we're done.
So, boys, what are you planning on doing to Frank?
Charlie, I have a question before we all leave the table. Is there something that you want the rest of us here to work on? Like last time we talked about this, you said you wanted us to start getting more information on Leon and shit like that.
Well, that's the thing. We got everything we need now. That's why things are a bit... I didn't know this man is going to knock on the echelon door, so expose everything he's done, and then ultimately shoot him. I don't think anybody could predict that. So, the plans that we had and everything, well, I mean, there's already a point now. Unfortunately.
I see.
But again, you can do whatever you want. Now when it comes to Frank, sure, this man's a journalist, that's his job. But I'm not you. If you feel a type of way, then you feel a type of way. That is your duty to do what you need to do. But the man that actually exposed things and made files and told the cops, well, that man's in the ICU. Now, is there anything else? I guess we can call this meeting done.
And that's it.
Whoever needs to speak, you can stay by.
DJ, I have some of that stuff you were asking for before. So whenever you're done here, whatever.
Have a great day, my dog.
Aubrey, can you come in for a second? Go over here, see if you want me to open this door real quick. Hey, come over here.
Charlie, I'll see you soon, yeah, after the meeting.
Hey, fun.
All right, brother. I'll see you a bit.
I'll have to grab the book upstairs. I have a question for you.
What's up, my dog?
Because I'm not fucking stupid. After everything that has been shown to you. You're going to believe a word from a cop, are you, Mr. Aubrey Webster?
Well, I never believed anything from anybody. I don't know who to believe. That's the problem, Charlie. I will say,
Sorry,
I would.
So I understand you still don't know who to...
No, I'm convinced now a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you know, I would still.
I mean, I'm not convinced in terms of what the fuck was the reason. I don't understand, and I wish he gets recovered so we can fucking find out, because he never told me. I don't understand the reason, because it wasn't really the Faceless, it was the gangs.
I don't know why he did it. Like, I don't understand why he did it, right? But I mean, sometimes people do stuff without needing a reason. What book?
No, I had to go.
Oh.
Anyway, that's it. I'll see you soon, Aubrey.
You have a great day.